One of the most difficult things in a sales tracking system is actually calculating the value in a trade. There are many different methodologies. Data comes through in many different formats. So we've now built our system to take in these different methodologies and formats and just apply them based on the reference data that you set up for the client and for each product area. It starts with the data source itself and where the data comes from. So if you look at the right-hand side of this tab here, these are the key functional features in the data source. Do you want to set it up to do riskless matching? So you actually match trades across a risk-free book. Do you want it to do accrual processing rather than just straight MPV calculations? Do you want it to do commission sharing arrangements and actually process those against the trades? And also then, for accrual processing, what kind of date do you want to do it on, current date, etc. We also then take the margin in all the different formats that could be provided to us. It could actually be just a fixed currency amount and we define the currency. It could be in currency, counter currency, or it could be in basis points. It could be a percentage of the tariff, or it could be in the trader's price. You set those rules up and then we will take the data in and process it that way. And also define the divisor for additional cents basis points. Okay, so that's rules driven by the data source. Another big part of it is how the products process the rules, because you can have different rules for different products. So if we go into our tri-party repo product example, and in here you can see there are various details we store that help us with the calculations. Firstly, the very obvious one, what kind of calculation is it? Is it an MPV calculation? Is it just a simple percentage? Is it an interest calculation? Or then benchmark calculations where you're taking a benchmark price in. And then also the tariff driver. So we will store tariffs, which I'll show you in a second, but also what is the driver for that tariff? It could be the tenor of the trade, so it's based on maturity, or it could be the volume, so it's the size of the trade. If it's volume, then what currency is that volume in? And then also your multipliers are you multiplying by the volume in the trade, but multiplying the tariff? Or are you multiplying by PV01, by the quantity on the trade, by the premium, etc. Then you have your actual tariff rates. So you can see here we store them against a currency type. That currency, just to illustrate, could be a default currency, so it's all currencies, or it could be any currency grouping as you set your reference data up. We can include quality factors, and these are just as you define them. They could be one-way price, two-way price, etc. And then you have an applicable date, a driver amount, depending on whether it's tenor or volume, and then what the tariff is itself. And you can have many of those depending on the driver, and we upload those through tariffs. So with a combination of the rules set by product and the rules set by data source, we're able to actually calculate trade value and apply virtually every methodology we know of to the trades.